I am in the Palisades right now, and I'm just trying to find, I guess, whatever destruction I can find. Look at this, just a doorway left. They built that doorway pretty tough. People's whole lives, families, jobs, breakups, everything happen in these houses that are now just ash, basically. Unsafe, yeah. Let's say so. Let's see if we won't get yelled at by the police. Is this okay to go this way?
I'm not sure if you're allowed to go that way.
Okay. I won't. Thank you. Police said don't go that way, but they didn't say don't go this way. So I'm just gonna follow him. He also wasn't very certain. It was more like, well, if you're asking, I'm gonna say no, but there's not like a set rule necessarily, I don't think. Hopefully don't get arrested. Wow, guys, look at these palm trees. Just burnt and twisted down from the fire wind, fire tornado or whatever. It's really bad here. As I was coming in, there were a lot of houses intact still, but as you can see, not everywhere was so lucky. Cops are looking at me, by the way. I don't think they really want me here, but hello. Look at that, just cars. Military. Traffic lights aren't working. Wow. There's not a there's not a lot of pedestrians here. It's mainly just me, military and police, and like gas and water department. But you can see not every house. It's not every house. There's a couple standing. Seems like it was pretty arbitrary what happened to get destroyed and what happened to get saved. Got lucky. big bank. Chase Bank burned down. Never been to Palisades. This is actually my first time. And pretty nice place, I would assume. Before, well, the devastation. Wow, look at this. Just completely obliterated. This looks like a grocery store. I think it has the propane tanks out front, which looks to be not completely exploded actually. It's kind of impressive, but the store, let's see if we can get a closer look here. Wow. Look at that. Just, you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Those are shelves of what used to be food. Now just a mangled mess. It's pretty surreal to be here because it's like a ghost town. There's a Chipotle there, like stores here, but they're just completely empty. I've heard that the Palisades fire that I'm at right now has caused more damage than an area the size of San Francisco, which is pretty big. An entire city. Wow. Like a bike. Is that a bike? It has two wheels on the front. Strange. Well, wow, this is really weird. I'm kind of out of the center of it, so to speak, and just kind of in no man's land. There's not too many people walking around out here, or even police for that matter. I'm just it's kind of creepy to just well, be somewhere where just a few weeks ago would have been teeming with life, and now just abandoned, charred, destroyed. Amazing the grass is still kind of green. It is impressive what gets burned and what doesn't. But wow, look, it just goes on. It just goes on and on. Everywhere you look. I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to find or be able to access, I guess, some of this destruction, because a lot of the streets are blocked off, but there's just so much, I guess. If you wander around enough, you can get there, as I've done. But yeah, it's just whole neighborhoods. It's so quiet. Just the sound of the wind. And I think it goes without saying, but shout out to all the firefighters that, well, had to endure this. I can't even imagine trying to put this out. I mean, Jesus Christ. I think they were saying winds got up to about 100 miles per hour on one of the first days when the fires were kicking off, and because of that I think they couldn't get aircraft in the air, firefighting aircraft, and it just spread. What I think is really amazing is, while I'm going down this street here, Bashford Street, is that all these streets going down and up have some type of damage. Now, you can see it's not all consistent. Right here, this house is nothing but a chimney, basically, and some stairs. But then this house, just across the street, looks okay. It had some, looks like fire damage, right, or smoke damage, right there on the corner, right there. But as far as destruction, that house there, all three of the other corners are completely gone, but this one remains. But even the house next door is no more. Look at this one. Even the fireplace on this one is gone. Cars gone. Even the rubber. But this sign, this is what I'm talking about. It seems so random. This sign survived, but just look at the house behind it. The mailbox survived. You could still get mail. You could still get mail, but you don't have a house to open it in. Well, guys, I don't know how far I can keep going. I mean, it's gonna get dark pretty soon, but it is interesting. It's very heavy, I guess, to see. And like I've said, I just wish the best for all the people that lived in these homes, that they're supported and they get the resources that they need, because, well, that's your entire life, basically. Just a look. Here's another one, house burnt down next door, but their house is inspected and clean, I guess. So I don't know if they're living there right now. I'd assume probably not. Oh, well, see, I don't know. It said inspected. Maybe that's just the garage. Because this does not look habitable. Fire truck back there. Still a lot of work to do, obviously. Cleaning all this up. Oh, look at this. It just drops off. I don't know if they had this house just went below ground or what, but it's just a crater in the ground now. Just got stopped by a cop, or at least I think it was a cop. He was in an unmarked car, but he was in uniform. And he was saying, "Did you get permission to be here?" And I was like, well, a cop said I can go this way, but not this way. Which is kind of true. He said don't go one way, but he didn't say don't go another way. But he was pretty nice. He just said, like, don't be surprised if somebody tells you you can't be here, because it's not exactly safe, and I can understand that. So he didn't hassle me too much, thankfully. Well, you know, I gotta say, it's weirdly peaceful. I mean, obviously not the kind of peace you want, but there's like no one here. Birds chirping, wind blowing, so obviously it's a pretty harrowing scene, but weirdly peaceful, especially compared when you go not far from here, down into LA, Santa Monica. There's tons of people down there, life happening, and well, up here it's just a whole lot of this. I guess it gives you a bit of a sense for how large Los Angeles is. It's quite a sprawl. I mean, like I said, this fire burned an area the size of San Francisco, apparently. Wow. It's destroyed. This car melted a little bit, but it looks like it survived, actually. Maybe flat tire, but no, I've never seen a car just be melted like that. That's pretty wild. I would stop and try to talk to the firefighters, but I don't want to interrupt their jobs. Some guy with a camera back there, he just told me that you should have a press card if you're here, because I guess apparently he knows some people that got prosecuted for coming here and they didn't have a press card. Well, I guess I got lucky. But just a citizen. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's firemen or some type of workers over here trying to clean it up. They got a lot of work, but somebody's got to do it, I guess. You know, it really makes me think, like, how long will it take to get this place up and running again and be a functioning society, city? I mean, look at it. Where do you even start? I guess you clear everything, clear all the debris, start building. But just like, how do you even do insurance claims? How do you value everything? This plant, that wall. I mean, it's just infinite as far as I could see. Getting eyed by police again. I'm trying to leave. The exit's down there. Wow, doorways. If you're ever in a fire, just stand in a doorway. Actually, don't. Probably would want to leave through the doorway and escape to somewhere that isn't on fire. And here's our CRT TV. How many cars have I seen just burned? I mean, that's what's really amazing, right? Because you think of a car as kind of a safe space, right? Big metal object that can move. You'd think you'd want to get to your car and use it to get out, but I guess a lot of people just didn't have that option because our transportation infrastructure is just horrendous. So I think a lot of people probably just took off on foot, got whatever transportation they could, just left their cars, and well, now you come back and you don't have a car or a house. And here's a big fire hose. Seen a couple strewn about while I've been walking. Obviously they were a hot commodity for a while. Alright guys, well, I just left the area where it's blocked off and most burned off. So that's probably gonna be about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Just wanted to give you guys a little look of what's been going on down here. Just want to show you real quick. This area I'm at right now, as you can see, it didn't get hit very hard by the burns. All the houses are still standing. But you can see here, all this shrubbery was burning just across the street from this house. So you can see there's a structure up there that's burned, and a chimney there. So there might have been a house there actually that got burned. But it's just, I don't know, it's just fascinating to me how there's so much destruction so close to greenery, house. You know, you look this way, it's like you never would have even known. And over here, you get remnants and another hose.